This is video 28, Advaita Vedanta Non-Dual Monism as taught by Sri Ramana Maharshi. Self-realization is your birthright. Sri Bhagavan has said it at one of the places. Self-realization is your birthright. It's my birthright, his birthright, her birthright, everybody's birthright. Sometimes we tend to think, when we think of, say, Adi Shankara or Sri Bhagavan, we entertain a thought, maybe it is not for us. Maybe it is the privilege of only those people. No, it is an error in thinking. The Rishis have said Tattvamasi. They did not say Tattvamasi applies only to Sri Bhagavan or Tattvamasi applies only to Adi Shankara or to other people. It is not the sacred privilege of a few. No, not at all. Because the opening premise of Advaita Vedanta is Brahma Satyam. That's all. What exists, Satyam here in the sense, what exists is only Brahman. So what is your connection to Brahman? What is my connection to Brahman? We are that. You are that. See, we should appreciate the beauty and intelligence of our Rishis. They have said Tattvamasi. That's all. But where? I am not experiencing myself as the vast, infinite existence, consciousness, bliss at all. All the time my experience is limited only to this sense of I, this bodily sense of I, this I thought. I experience myself all the time as this tiny little fellow, Sentivel. Why? That is the process of identification with the body. The mechanism is like this. We might wonder who created this kind of stupid mechanism where they made us trap ourselves. The answer would be, you have only done it. Because Advaita says, I alone am without a second. There is nothing second to me. There is nobody second to me. Everything is a part of me. The whole existence is a part of me. I am the whole existence. So this separateness is caused by that identification of the Atma with this little creature. It is called Chit Jada Granthi. Chit is consciousness. Fundamentally, the definition of consciousness is that it is vast, limitless, unborn, undying, immortal. When it seems to come to contact with this little body, this seems to acquire the quality of this. This seems to acquire the quality of this. And this seems to have acquired the quality of that. The example given in Yoga Vasishtam is that when we soak a hot iron into water, water acquires the quality of the hot iron, and the hot iron acquires the quality of water. It seems to occur, that's what they say, it is not permanent. So even Bhagavan would sometimes say, there is no such thing as Chit Jada Granthi, the knot, K-N-O-T, knot of the sentient with the insentient. Sentient is what? Is life. That is Chit. Insentient is Jada, dead material. It is physical matter, material. Okay. So this body, although it is inert, in the sense it doesn't have a life of its own. Just look at the example of the fan. The fan in itself doesn't have life. Electricity passes through it and makes it rotate. Even Sri Bhagavan himself has used this analogy. Assume there is a big electricity box, big box. From there, the current passes to all other gadgets. The same way, what we call Atma, the source, just illumines the mind first. Illumines in the sense it gives life to mind, it gives power to mind. And once the mind gets activated, our sense of I also shifts from the self to the mind. Till that moment, we had been in the realization that yes, I am immortal, existence, consciousness, bliss, Brahman am I. The moment you acquire some connection with some body, you say, I am Sentivel. Okay, Sentivel's body is removed. This comes in connection with a female body. What is your name? Lakshmi. That is removed. Some connection happens with the dog's body. Who are you? Bow Bow. You come in connection with a cat's body. Who are you? Meow Meow. This is the fooling mechanism. So when we say I, when we utter the word I, in fact I have written a book, I am going to publish it. The title is Did You Say I? I have given it in the form of a conversation, a symposium between a teacher and students. In that I have summed up Sri Bhagavan's teachings. So, this fooling mechanism is responsible for our limited identity. Once we are identified with the body, when I say identified with the body, we tend to think that I am the body and nothing else. See, Atma, Brahman is Nirgunam. It has no gunam, attribute of its own, no characteristic. So whenever it comes in contact with something, it acquires, within quotes, acquires the quality and characteristic of that with which it comes into contact. So, I, the limitless consciousness, existence, consciousness, bliss, I have no quality of my own. The moment I am identified with this body, I have started saying, I am Sentivel, son of so and so. I studied this way. I grew up this way. That's it. Whole storyline comes. And when this body ages and dies, the antakarana, the memory, it is just removed as if it were written in a CD. All the memory were as if it were written in a CD. It is just removed and it waits. Unconsciously it waits. Which means you and I, before coming to this birth, before taking this body, we had been there in an unconscious state. The moment we entered a mother's womb, into some baby's body, we started identifying ourselves with that body, that fetus, and then on that body. And the memory sits silently inside. It will start showing its qualities, it will start pushing you at an appropriate age. This is what happens. This is what happened to Sri Bhagavan. Sri Bhagavan till 16 he was happy as a student. But at 16, all the old Vasanas memory came up, made him do vichara, made him a realized being. And even more surprising, in the case of Adi Shankaracharya, at the age of 8, he got enlightened. So, it is just the play of memory. Now, back to the question where I started. Is self-realization denied to you? Are you an exception? Am I an exception? Is there anybody who is an exception? Not even animals. The only problem is the animals do not have the antakarana, the inner instrument, the faculty of intellect to reason out and think. That is what differentiates us from animals and plants. They also have life. The same life that we have, they also have. The only problem is they don't have developed mind, developed intellect. As human beings, we have the intellect. Intellect, what does it do? It divides and analyzes. It asks, am I this body or am I this Atman? Shastras say, Gurus say, you are fundamentally Brahman, Tattvamasi. Why is it I am not experiencing my true nature? When this question starts, we will start thinking seriously. We will start thinking about the method to follow, the practice to follow, in order for us to realize our true nature. That is what has happened with all of us. Now a curiosity has come, a sort of intellectual indignation has come. What is it? They are saying I am Brahman. Why do I think still think that I am only this individual? It is because of the habit of conditioning, lifetimes of conditioning. So, with hope, with courage, we can continue our vicharam and our other preliminary practices. It will definitely lead to self-realization. It might take some time, so let us be patient, because impatience will not help. We have to proceed cautiously, slowly. What we should not forget is our due diligence, everyday practice. Slow and steady wins the race. Maybe it applies here too. From my experience, that is what I understand. Only thing is, forgetfulness should not be there. The obstacle to realization, one of the major obstacles to realization is forgetfulness. We tend to forget our true nature. We start entertaining thoughts, and thoughts will spin from one thought to another, one thought to another. The whole day will go only in entertaining thought. And night the mind dozes off. When the mind dozes off, we cannot realize our true nature. And when it dreams also, we cannot realize our true nature. Only in the wakeful state, we can realize our true nature. So, it is your birthright. It is my birthright. It is everyone's birthright to realize our true nature and remain in our true nature. Get liberated from this cycle of birth and death. Of course, as I had earlier mentioned, if we realize our true nature, all good things will come to us even in this lifetime. Sri Bhagavan's assurance. So, it is everyone's birthright. If we tend to think, oh, it is not for us, it is reserved only for a few people, VIPs, so-called gurus and all. No. Tattvamasi applies to all. All of us are Brahman. But we are in this illusion that I am this body. And that goes slowly. Slowly our true nature will unfold and we will reside there permanently for eternity. Space, time, causation, they all happen only after the birth of the human mind. When the mind itself is not there, there is no question of space, there is no question of time, there is no question of causation. No question of space because Atma is everywhere. It is ever expanding. So it is the vast. There is no question of which place it is not there at all. Brahman is everywhere. Time. There is no question of when was Brahman, when will Brahman not be. No, such questions do not apply at all because time itself is the creation of the human mind. That is what they say. So if you are established in Brahman, there is no such thing as time at all. And cause and effect, yes, once the mind is born, we do things and we create a cause, we create an effect. And at the level of Brahman, there is no such thing as cause and effect. We simply are. Atma in capital letters is. You within capital letters are. I within capital letters am. Stillness of the mind leads to realization. And it is possible for everyone to still the mind through the preliminary practices or inquiry, whichever is suited to you, according to your temperament. And Sri Bhagavan often endorsed a statement from the Bible, according to thy belief, be it done unto thee. So let us, whenever we utter the word I, let us think twice. What do I mean by I? When I say I, do I mean this body or my true nature, Brahman?